And then we come to China. We've carried several reports on China's wolf warrior diplomats on this show. Abrasive government officials who are anything but diplomatic. Nothing beats the latest diplomatic firestorm they've triggered, though. A Taiwan government official is in hospital after being attacked by Chinese diplomats. Let me repeat that. Chinese diplomats physically assaulted an official from Taiwan. Let that sink in. This happened in Fiji during the Taiwan National Day celebrations. Here's the full story. Taiwan's de facto embassy in Fiji was celebrating the island's National Day at the Grand Pacific Hotel, a grand event with Fijian ministers and foreign diplomats as guests. Officials from the Chinese embassy were of course not invited for obvious reasons. So two Chinese diplomats decided to gate crash the venue. They turned up at the venue and started taking photographs of the guests. Taiwanese staff confronted them. They asked them to leave. And this was when the Chinese officials turned violent. They assaulted their Taiwanese counterparts so bad that one of them is currently in hospital with head injuries. The violence stopped only when the Fijian police intervened. Back in Taiwan, the entire country is appalled, and not surprisingly. The Taiwan Foreign Ministry has put out a strongly worded statement. Let me quote from it. We strongly condemn the violence against our diplomat in Fiji by China's uncivilized wolf warriors. As a sovereign state, we will continue celebrating our National Day everywhere and every year. Taiwan is a force for good in the world, and we won't be intimidated. Wong Ting-yu, the co-chair of Taiwan's Foreign Affairs and National Defense Committee, has said, and I quote, "We cannot let China bully its way into doing whatever it wants." How has China responded? The Chinese Foreign Ministry sent Mr. Zhao Lijian to clarify. His response was both outrageous and laughable. He flipped the entire story. He accused Taiwanese officials of being provocative and assaulting Chinese embassy staff who were at the hotel apparently to carry out official duties. Which duties were these? He has not clarified that.
首先，台湾在斐济根本没有什么所谓外交官。
First of all, Taiwan has no so-called diplomats in Fiji. The Fiji government has long adhered to the correct position of the One China principle, and in 2019, it ordered Taiwan's commercial institutions in Fiji to refrain from using fake names or promoting the concept of One China, One Taiwan or Two Chinas in Fiji. China appreciates that. The relevant reports you mentioned is totally inconsistent with the facts. Taiwan is like a thief crying, "Stop thief."
完全不符，台方是贼喊捉贼。台机构人员对在同一酒店。
On that very evening, the staff of Taiwan's institution in Fiji launched verbal provocation and physical confrontation against the Chinese embassy staff, who were carrying out their official duties in the public area of the same hotel, causing injuries to one Chinese diplomat and damage to his belongings. The Chinese embassy in Fiji has expressed grave concerns to Fiji over the incident and demanded the Fiji authorities to conduct thorough investigation and hold the Taiwanese personnel accountable in accordance with the law.
对此进行彻查，并依法追究台方人员的责任。
In accordance with the law, says Mr. Zhao Lijian. Which law is he talking about? The ones that do not apply to China's wolf warriors. What happened in Fiji is not an isolated incident. Chinese diplomats have bullied their way into several official meetings abroad. In 2017, an intergovernmental meeting hosted by the Australian Foreign Minister in Perth had to be suspended due to the Chinese delegation. They just could not stop shouting. Chinese diplomats kept interrupting the speakers over the inclusion of Taiwan in this meeting. In 2018, a Chinese envoy was asked to leave a diplomatic gathering on the island of Nauru. The president of the island state himself described the Chinese officials as an insolent and a bully for speaking out of turn. If you need more proof of their abrasiveness, look at this tweet. Just this year in February, the Chinese Consul General in Kolkata threatened to eradicate a Twitter user. Eradicate is the word. Just like the coronavirus. He threatened to eradicate him. Abrasive, combative, aggressive, and now violent. China's style of diplomacy has progressed from bad to worse. Chinese diplomats come wolf warriors are in urgent need of some re-education. Thank you for watching Gravitas on WION's YouTube channel. If you want to stay up to date with what's happening around the world, then subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share. Thank you very much for watching WION. World is One.